Welcome to the DNA Advantage podcast, where you can learn facts about your DNA that can help you live a healthier, longer life, doing all the activities you dream of doing. If you want to gain more control over your health and the factors that influence it, you're in the right place. Hi, this is Lisa Witherow. Thanks for joining me. Today, I want to offer a brief summary of a series I watched last week called Eastern Medicine: Journey Through Asia. It's a program created by The Truth About Cancer, and it was really worth the 12 hours of time I watched it. But I know time is limited for all of us, so I wanted to share some of the top critical takeaways with you. This isn't specifically about DNA, but it is certainly relevant to supporting health and explains a little bit about why it's so important to know our DNA. The first most important point mentioned multiple times throughout the sessions was that cancer is not a death sentence. Unfortunately, we get a different message a lot of times from the medical community. When our loved ones have gotten a diagnosis, a common follow-up statement from doctors can be, "There's nothing more we can do for you." Both of my parents heard this, and so did my mother's parents. It may be true from the standpoint of the traditional medical model, but I don't believe it's true that there is no hope at all. There are many examples of alternative therapies that I've seen in recent years, and many others mentioned in this program, which I'll mention a little bit later. The second important point that I took away from the series was that cancer is not a genetic disease. It's actually a metabolic disease. This is a concept stated in other research as well, beginning as far back as 1927, when Otto Warburg documented that cancer cells exhibited a distinct metabolic phenotype. Things shifted towards genetics as the culprit in 1970, and only within the last 5 years have researchers rediscovered metabolics as a serious consideration for the cause of cancer. The importance of this is that there are many ways to support the metabolic process to prevent and even reverse cancer. The third point that really resonated with me was the fact that we can support our health through our decisions about nutrition, lifestyle, and environment. In my research, and what led me to become a DNA health educator in the first place, is the reality that our genes can help us determine specifically what our body needs in each of these categories. It's so powerful. It can help us understand how our body is reacting to our world and how we can make adjustments. The fourth major point that I found empowering is that there are valuable herbs and nutrients that can support healthy cells, a strong immune system, and redirect metabolic pathways. Many natural supports were mentioned, including curcumin, garlic, vitamin C, ginger, moringa, apricot seeds, mistletoe, selenium, Panax ginseng, soursop, and reishi mushrooms. All of these natural herbs and nutrients are accessible to us and things that we may want to consider in support of our health. The fifth area that was mentioned are supportive therapies. They mentioned several items, including pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, also referred to as PEMF, ozone therapy, cold therapy, light therapy, infrared saunas, other detoxification through herbs and supplementation, stem cell therapy, and colon cleansing. These are all considerations that are available in most areas. Finally, my biggest takeaway from this program was that all this great information in the series confirmed that understanding our own bodies, our own DNA, makes a huge difference for our health. We can identify the strengths and weaknesses in our system and protect ourselves from the development of disease. And if someone you know is already facing a diagnosis, their DNA can help guide them in determining the best possible intervention for them. When I think about how this could have helped my parents in their confrontations with cancer, it inspires me even more to get this message to as many people as possible. Please help me help others by sharing this podcast with those that you love and people that you believe may have a desire to understand their own health. Thanks so much for listening, and be sure to click subscribe and follow the DNA Advantage Facebook page. Talk with you soon.